All right, let's talk about something that's on a lot of guys' minds, especially after 50, thinning hair. We're going to dig into this, but maybe not in the way you're expecting. We're going to look at it as a story, a hidden story your body might be trying to tell you. So let's get real for a second. Does this feel familiar? You're in the bathroom, you look in the mirror, and maybe that spot in the back is a little more noticeable. Or you see more hair in the shower drain than you used to. It's frustrating, right? It can really mess with your head. So, what is actually going on up there? And for most of us, this is the go to answer. It's the first thing we think. Well, my dad's bald, his dad was bald, it's just my turn. We chalk it up to genetics like it's some kind of unavoidable destiny that's been written in stone for us. But hold on. What if that's not, the whole story? What if genetics is just part of the puzzle? What if the real driver is something else, something happening inside your body that you might actually have some control over? That's what we're going to get into. Okay, so let's get past this idea that it's only about genetics. Yes, your genes definitely play a part. But for a lot of men, the reason thinning seems to accelerate after 50 has a lot more to do with some major shifts happening internally. Think about your body in your 20s and 30s. Everything just runs smoother. It's more efficient. Your blood flow is strong. You absorb nutrients like a champ. But after 50, some of those systems start to become a little less effective. And that means your hair follicles, which need a ton of resources, might not be getting everything they need to thrive anymore. And this leads us to a really crucial idea. When resources start to get a little scarce, your body has to make some executive decisions. It's got to figure out what's essential for keeping you alive and what's, well, optional. And this right here is the whole concept in a nutshell. Your body is all about survival. Your heart, your brain, your liver, those are non-negotiable. They get resources first. But hair? In the grand scheme of survival, your body sees hair as a luxury feature. So if it has to choose between sending nutrients to your heart or your scalp, the heart is going to win every single time. So how does a strong, healthy hair follicle actually get weak? It's a domino effect, really. First, the supply lines, blood flow and nutrients, get pinched. The follicle itself, starved for resources, starts to shrink. Then, the hair that it manages to produce comes out thinner and weaker. And over time, as more and more follicles go through this, that's when you start to see the visible thinning. Okay, so that might sound a little bleak, but here's where the good news comes in. This is not a one-way street. If those follicles are just weakened or shrinking and not completely gone, you can often give them the support they need. The key is to give them the right fuel. So, what is that fuel? First up, and this is the big one, protein. It's the literal building block of hair. You can't build a strong brick house without bricks, right? Well, your body can't build strong hair without protein. It's that simple. I mean, just let that number sink in for a second. Over 90%. Your hair is pretty much just pure protein. This is exactly why extreme diets or meals that are low in protein can be so bad for your hair. Your body has other priorities for that protein, like muscle repair, so your scalp gets what's left over. So where do we get this stuff? Well, the good news is it's in a lot of common foods. Eggs are an absolute powerhouse. Greek yogurt is great. And of course, your lean meats and fish are fantastic sources of high-quality protein. Okay, so you've got the building blocks, the protein. Now you need the energy to actually run the follicle factories. That energy runs on oxygen, and iron is the mineral that acts like the delivery truck, carrying oxygen in your blood all the way to your scalp. You've got your classic sources like lean red meat, for sure, but don't sleep on the plant-based options like lentils and spinach. And that pro tip on the slide? That's a game changer. Your body has a much harder time absorbing iron from plants, but when you pair it with vitamin C, it's like you're unlocking its full potential. So adding some lemon to that spinach isn't just for flavor. All right, next up we've got zinc. Now, if protein is the bricks and iron is the power, think of zinc as the on-site maintenance and repair crew. It helps keep the scalp healthy, repairs tissues, and makes sure the whole operation runs smoothly. And the great thing is, you'll see some familiar faces here. Foods like beef and eggs are doing double duty, giving you both protein and zinc. And pumpkin seeds are another fantastic, easy snack to get both zinc and iron. Of course, it's not just about those big three. It's a whole team effort. As you can see, other things are absolutely crucial. Omega-3s help fight inflammation. Vitamin D is key for the growth cycle. And you can never, ever underestimate the power of good sleep. That is prime time for your body's repair systems. Okay, we've talked about all the individual players. So, how do we get them all on the field at the same time? How do we make this practical? Let's actually build a simple, effective hair building menu. Now, this makes it incredibly simple. Look at how each of these meals is designed to work for you. Breakfast is loading you up with protein and zinc. Then for lunch, you've got the protein from the chicken, the iron from the spinach, and, crucially, the vitamin C from the lemon to help you absorb that iron. This isn't just eating healthy, it's eating smart. So, we've covered the offense, all the good stuff you need to put in your body, but you also have to play defense. Let's talk about some of the common things that can completely undo all your hard work. This slide lays it out perfectly. On one side, you have your helpers. On the other, the hinderers. Things like crash diets. They send a panic signal to your body to shut down luxury functions like hair growth. Too much sugar causes inflammation that can harm follicles. You've got to clear out the bad stuff to let the good stuff do its job. And we have to pause for a second for something really important. This is powerful stuff, but food isn't a magic bullet for everything. If you're having really severe symptoms, like sudden distinct bald patches or a crazy itchy scalp, you need to see a doctor. That could be a sign of something else going on. So when we bring it all home, what's the big takeaway here? It's this. Try to stop seeing hair loss as just an unavoidable part of getting older. Start seeing it as a signal, as important feedback from your body telling you what it needs on the inside. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Your hair is like a barometer for your internal health. Instead of just asking, how do I stop my hair from thinning? Maybe the better question to ask is, what is my body asking me for? Is it asking for more protein, more rest, better nutrients? The answer could change a whole lot more than just your hair.